Guys, Martin has a big old dilemma, and we need your help. Yeah, that's right. We need your help. My poor husband, my poor, wonderful, amazing husband is so freaking indecisive. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. We have had this conversation at least a million times. I kid you not, at least a million times. And I thought he had his mind made up which truck he was going to go with, and then he changed it. And now he's wanting to change it again. And he just decided, you know what? Let's let our viewers decide which truck is going to be Martin's ride. So work's been continuing on our trucks, guys. We haven't been filming a lot of it because I know apparently a lot of you are very vocal in disliking watching videos of us not actually working. For some reason, it really gets under your skin that we're able to sit and not be making money and are spending money. And I have mentioned before that we have made all of our money in the past working. Trucks are paid for. They don't cost us anything to sit. And we're enjoying this beautiful weather here. I mean, today is absolutely fabulous in northern Wisconsin. But yeah, we've been working on the trucks. Martin's putting a floor on Fancy Hawk. My truck right now is kind of at a little bit of a standstill just because he decided he wanted to do some work on Fancy. But as you can see, we've removed the fairing. That does mean I am getting my stacks. We went out to Minnesota and we bought some used stacks because I don't know if y'all priced stacks out lately. They're a lot of money. And I wasn't wanting to go drop $5,000 on stacks for my truck right now. So we got some used ones. They're similar to what I wanted. They're an inch smaller than what I originally wanted. I wanted 7s. They're 6s. They're a little bit shorter, but that's okay. They'll come up right basically at the whale tail, and we'll roll them for now. And eventually, if I want to change it up, you guys know me. I'll change it up. I change everything up. Hence, we don't have lights there and we got lights there. Well, it's hard to point on camera, but you know what I mean. Bumpers getting changed. Everything gets changed. I mean, I took the fairings off. It's kind of like my hair. I change it regularly. But yeah. What's up, Fancy? You're looking mighty big, mighty large car. Let me show you the carnage that's going on here inside the truck. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. So much more room in here now.
Like you gotta take everything apart once every 10 years and clean it all up. Holy crap.
Right? So apparently Fancy was taking on water.
I think they all usually do.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just moisture that collects in that pad.
It could be. But yeah, the interior is missing. Interior's missing.
I think it's just moisture that collects in the pad. It's not, I don't think it's just taking on water because you don't see it anywhere.
I don't know what that is, but it's kind of gross looking.
Yeah.
Is that like a fossilized piece of hamburger meat?
It might be.
Dude, I think it is.
Hamburger meat.
Looks like...
So, I'm going to let you guys decide which truck I should run. My reason being why I'm wavering is because freight rates suck and gas mileage is king. Obviously, fuel mileage, I'm kidding. But I have a perfectly good truck with a brand new engine. I have a perfectly good old truck with a worn out engine.
But the worn out engine doesn't have any problems.
No.
Just to be clear.
It's not really, well, I mean, it's old, but I don't really think it's that worn out. But anyway, I'm just debating which one I should run. And I'll leave it up to you guys. You pick. Fancy or Tiny? No. Fancy does have an APU. So just keep that in mind. Tiny does not. Well, if I keep the truck, I'd put one on it, but I don't really want to. So there's that. So will the fuel mileage difference if it's really hot and I have to idle because it's almost summer? Who knows? But
you know what though? I do have that portable AC unit, and you can use that in there.
I can use that in there.
You could use that in there, the curtain, so you'd be okay.
So that's what's that. It's probably going to be high 5s, low 6s as far as fuel mileage to possibly 7 to 8 miles per gallon with tiny. So that's a huge difference with the freight rates that suck today. So that's kind of what I'm wavering on. We're going to let you guys decide. Are you going to put up a poll?
Well, they can leave a comment because I can't do a poll of the video.
Can't do all that.
I can do all that, so I'll sort it out. But yeah, leave a comment down below which truck you think Martin should run. Keep in mind, all trucks are paid for. We don't owe anything on any of the trucks.
They're just kind of sitting collecting dust. Now I'll tell you guys, I do have tiny for sale. I'm not really like pushing to sell them, but we just don't need 3 trucks. And the reason being why we're not really pushing to sell because, well, it's paid for. We paid it off. It's just sitting there collecting dust. But you know how that goes. Trucks and sitting doesn't really work that well. People aren't really buying things right now because of, economy, Bidenomics and all that stuff. It's working out real good for everyone. But that being said, I'm not going to let him go for just dirt cheap. So he's just going to have to hang out here till prices go up or till I absolutely fall in love with them, and he's going to stay. But
well, if you're driving tiny, if that's what the viewers decide, what's going to happen to Fancy? Because everyone's going to be worried about that.
I'm probably not going to sell.
So Fancy will just be hanging out.
Unless somebody wants to come around and offer me a serious amount of money for this truck that's going to have a fancy new floor in it, maybe I'll think about it. But I don't really want to sell this truck.
No.
So that's that. Just kind of wondering, debating, because, we still have time. We are going to work here pretty soon. We have a sweet trailer. We have sweet trucks, and just got to figure out which one is the most cost effective and which one makes the most sense to operate right now.
Well, I know which one makes the most sense.
That being said, we did have to pay a bunch of money in taxes, so maybe I should just send it out to stacks. Right?
Yeah. So you guys let us know in the comments. Don't take too long to decide, but let us know. And are you going to actually, if the viewers, what they choose, are you going to follow that?
Poll closes when you're putting this video up.
Well, not when I put the video up. They wouldn't be able to vote.
How much time do we give them?
24 hours.
24 hours?
Yes.
So in that 24 hours from when the video goes live, yeah, I'll follow through with it.
Okay, because you've been wavering a lot.
I have been wavering.
Yeah. He was, for the record, he was all set to go real tiny, and that's why we cleaned Tiny up, made Tiny real pretty like.
Well, because it made the most sense.
He was doing the Martin touch,
but then I got in this truck and drove it, and now I just fell in love with it again.
Yeah.
And I do like both trucks, but that's kind of like, 2 chicks at the same time. You could only have one.
Because one chick gets mad.
Exactly. Well, I mean, okay, I won't get into it.
So, all right. You heard it. He's gonna, you guys decide. He's gonna stick to it. So, is he gonna go for fuel mileage, or is he gonna go for good, comforting, warm feelings?
If you guys choose this truck, Alice is really gonna have to real quick paint the dash because I have it off. Here you go. And you have to plastic weld that little bottom piece that's broken there.
Oh, is that what I have to do now?
A plastic weld.
We've taken up a new hobby, it seems.
Want to?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. Even if you're not driving this truck, I'd paint the dash if you want me to take care of that.
That's probably gonna have to get painted too, though.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, you decide.
Decision 2024.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Voting starts now.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone.
Real quick before I forget, it's not green, it's black. It's a black APU, and it's going to be going down my truck.